Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another video with On Point Politics. Make sure to hit the like button to subscribe to the channel and to hit the notification bell so you don't miss another video just like this. Today, we are interviewing Aaron Baker, who is a congressional candidate who is challenging incumbent Congressman Randy Fine in Florida's 6th congressional district. So go ahead and tell us a little bit more about yourself and what you're planning on doing the next year or so.
Well, I'll start with myself. So I'm business partners with a general contractor. I live in Lake County, which is part of the 6th Congressional District. 6th Congressional District, for those that don't know, runs from Daytona Beach to St. Augustine, over to Putnam County, down Marion County, down to the villages, just a little portion of the villages, and then up to, and then straight across basically over to Daytona Beach. So I live in the southwest corner of the district. Most of the action happens, of course, along the East Coast, along the beaches here. So I was born in Florida. I was born in Lakeland, 1980. My brother still lives in Lakeland. And during the 2024 election, I never bought into the idea that President Trump ever had an inkling chance of losing Florida. For anyone that was on the ground, we thought they're saying Florida is a purple state. Florida's not purple anymore. Come on, you people are nuts.
There was people that was saying that it was going to be super close, and you had like Kyle Kalinske and these people saying, "Oh, in a best case scenario, Kamala will win Florida." Like, no, man, like there's no way. Like
it was like the polls closed in the Panhandle at 10 p.m. and they called the race at like 10:01 p.m.
Yeah,
it was exactly what people on the ground, you and I both knew was exactly going to happen in Florida.
right.
So I got involved with early vote action up in Pennsylvania.
Okay, Wisconsin, nice.
I have family in Maryland, so I travel back and forth, and so I had a place to stay and said, where can I make a difference? And basically before Hurricane Milton came, I was just sitting on my couch one day and I said, how can I make a difference? Well, I can't make any difference in Florida. I mean, what are we going to do? Just run up the numbers, or does Trump need to win by a gazillion votes in Florida? It doesn't matter here. So I knew that the fight was somewhere else. So got involved with early vote action. Great organization, great ground game. I actually credit them for winning the Senate race.
Yes.
Dave McCormick. I think we would have one less Republican senator if early vote action wasn't on the ground in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
So after the election was done, I'm like, okay, well, what do I do now? Well, I thought, okay, just go back to work. Didn't think anything about it. And then Congressman Waltz was appointed National Security Advisor. I thought, oh, well, that's interesting, whatever, and didn't think anything about it. And then was approached by a group of Republicans within the district, and they're like, Aaron, do you know Randy Fine? Do you know how bad of a person he is? Do you know the ethics investigations, on and on? Do you know the court-ordered anger management that he still hasn't done, by the way? Do you know the outstanding civil suits against him? And so then I, did a little bit of research, and I'm like, this guy's horrible. He can't possibly be our congressman. Why does Trump endorse him? And everybody's like, well, he was the first in the Florida House to switch from DeSantis to Trump. So, and I don't know if that's it, but it also was, I think that he was involved in fundraising for Trump's legal defense during the presidential campaign. So, of course, once you get into PACs and super PACs, the money is almost impossible to follow. So what was the payback for? I don't know the answer exactly, but the payback was for something. So I knew I had to run against him. I'm like, okay, drove to Tallahassee, paid $10,440 out of my own pocket. And they're like, okay, well, you're on the ballot. Congratulations. And I'm like, okay, well, what do I do now? I've never run for public office before.
Right.
I've been around politics, been involved in like volunteering behind the scenes for many years.
So,
I didn't hear you.
That you were never a candidate yourself.
I was never a candidate myself, nor did I ever think that I would ever be a candidate myself.
Mm.
But I just knew that we had the wrong representative. So as soon as the election was over, I tried to play nice between the primary and the general. Like, oh yeah, you have to buy the story. We have to have a Republican in this seat. We have to have a Republican in this seat. Makes you want to throw up sometimes. But the Democrats made a huge mistake. They should have run a much better candidate. I know this time around they're not going to make that mistake again, because they've already told me, Aaron, we're not making that mistake again.
Oh, so, they've told you yourself.
They've told me. They said this time we have a sheriff deputy that's very dedicated in law enforcement that we're going to put up. We're not making the same mistake again. Last time the guy came across as very arrogant. He was at a campaign site, and one of my volunteers had a tent set up there, and she said, he's just very rude, very obnoxious. So anyway,
and I just looked up the results for the special election, and Randy won by like 14 points in like an R+35 district.
Yeah, Trump won by 30 points. So Trump won by 30.
Yeah,
that's Congressman Fine cut that in more than half in a matter of 2 months for a special election.
Yep.
And in a special election, you have to drag people kicking and screaming to the polls. It's not, it's not, just everybody decides to go vote. The voter turnout is so small. But, elections behind us. I know that I can do this because I will outwork anyone. I am out every single day doing something. If you look at my campaign website, aaronfl.com, then my schedule is right there on the front page. So you'll see, okay, this is what he's doing today. This is what he's doing this day. This is what he's doing this day. And, campaigning is a grueling schedule, and we're a year out. We're August the 18th is a year out. And for those that don't know, that's Scott Pressler.
Yeah, so Scott's here, and this is your platform. And then where's your schedule for what you're doing every single day? It's right here. Yeah. It's here.
And you just go down and you keep going. And it's only updated like through August and September.
Yes.
And then you hit the next button, and you'll see, another page of events, and then another page of events. It doesn't stop. It keeps going on every week after week, month after month.
Right, and you're just campaigning. Has he actually officially announced his re-election bid for next year?
He hasn't filed the paperwork yet.
That's interesting.
I know he was in Flagler County last night, and I wanted to pull this up because, like, guys, I want you to understand this. I'm doing this interview because I want to give Aaron a fair shot in a race where clearly Aaron's going to have a lot more money, or not, excuse me, Randy's going to have a lot more money because he obviously gets a lot of backing from certain people. And I want to do this interview. I wanted to do this because I want to give Aaron a fair shot at this race because of how grotesque this congressman's behavior is. No disrespect, Congressman, but this but people don't understand that is a real actual post.
Yep, I can't believe it.
An actual post.
I couldn't believe it.
He had a meet and greet at the funeral home.
Yeah, he's doing a meet and greet at a funeral home. Yeah,
you can't make this stuff up. Yesterday, when he was in Flagler County, there were protesters. I posted videos, or I reposted. Chase had posted video of protesters. I've never seen a congressman in an off election year with protesters show up wherever he goes. This is like crazy. I mean, but the guy says the most crazy things. He says, "Starve away, bombs
Well,
away."
yeah,
You
yes,
know,
yeah. Like
so
that's I was gonna pull that up too. Yeah, if we go, yeah, mom's away. Like this is him talking about the war in Israel and Gaza. Like,
right.
look, it's still it's still up. It's still up. I can't believe he's still
Okay, but but the thing is, okay, so that's his official congressional account. You can't delete anything. It's archived by the Library of Congress. So if you
Wow.
put up bombs away and then you repost the interview that you did on Fox News, where you say the only reason that I don't want to use nuclear weapons in Gaza is because it would spread over to Israel, that's genocidal. This man is absolutely the most. I've never in my life heard of a sitting member of Congress, whether that's the House, the Senate, the president, any member of a government, openly call for genocide.
Yeah, no, it's insane. And look what I wrote here. I wrote this. Look, I wrote this like 2 months ago. Go back to Israel and go fight in the front lines. You wouldn't even make it 5 steps outside your post. Like, because I was just so disgusted by what he said. It's like it doesn't matter. Like, you can't just like promote violence and promote like the killing of innocent people. Like, you can't do that. Like, regardless on whose side you're on, like it doesn't matter. Like, you can't do this. Like, look at it. Look again. Like, not AI. Look, he's like saying that they like fake.
I understand that's a hostage that Hamas is holding. Okay,
Right.
Hamas needs to get the hostages back.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
that's true.
give the hostages back. We all agree on that. Okay, we don't disagree on that.
Mm-hmm.
But there are people starving in Gaza, people starving to death in Gaza, and he openly calls for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he says, "Starve away
Yeah.
until you release the hostages." Well, the problem is you're punishing people for the actions of a radical government. So, I
And
mean,
look at
we
this.
have
Like another thing here, like AIPAC's Randy Fine calls for 5-year prison sentences for disturbing anti-Israel flyers. He calls this a hate crime. He is busy defending Israel's genocide abroad while attacking American freedoms at home. Like this. Hold on, let me see if like the audio is connected here, just to make sure that this is like all good. But like,
holding people accountable without violating their free speech.
Sure. And again, I would remind you that there's no First Amendment right to conduct. There's a First Amendment right to speech. And the things that we're targeting in the bill are not speech. Again, if someone wants to stand across the street from my house and wave a sign on the sidewalk, they have every right to do that. And this bill won't have anything to do with that. But when it veers into conduct, and so the way we're going to approach this is through a hate crime kicker. So if you graffiti a building, it is a crime now. But if your motivation is hate, it will be a third-degree felony. You will spend 5 years in prison. If you want to litter, it's a crime right now. But if you litter and if your motivation is a hate crime, it will be a third-degree felony. You will spend 5 years in jail. It is a crime.
what do you think about that?
I mean, I don't know how many of us were blocked on both his Vote Randy Fine account, which is his
Oh,
personal
you were
account.
blocked on his account?
On his personal account. I was blocked on his congressional account. And then it was like all of my volunteers were all blocked. And I sent a letter to so the U.S. House has a clerk of the House. So the clerk of the House kind of keeps the peace and makes sure that none of the members are doing anything batshit crazy.
Right,
Well,
and he's not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to block anybody on your personal account.
I don't know if it was my letter that made the difference, but I mean, I sent a letter. I don't know how many other people did. But if you are blocked by his official account, which is Rep Fine, let me know, because that's not right. And I mean, you can say anything you want. Just like he just said, speech is protected under the Constitution.
Right.
Randy Fine does not support freedom. He does not support free speech. He does not support liberty. The only thing that he supports is he thinks that his congressional district deserves a tour every now and again, to the point where yesterday when he was in Flagler County, I had somebody from Flagler County call me and they're like, Aaron, you will not believe what he just said. And I'm like, okay, well, it's Randy Fine, so I'll believe it. So he's standing at a vocational school. So it's called Class to Career. So the idea is that you are in the classroom and that you're preparing for a career. So you're not going to college. You're there to learn a trade.
It's like a trade. Yeah, it's a trade school. Yes.
Whether, welding, plumbing, whatever it is, you're there to learn a trade. So he walks in the door and blah, 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 and he says, if you don't go to college, you're stupid.
Wait, what?
And he says that,
wait,
there.
What?
He said to the vocational kids in that room, he said, if you don't go to college, you are stupid.
Did they get this on video?
I don't know, but I know who was there. That is a firsthand account.
Well, that's wow. If that's true,
it just doesn't stop. I mean, the man has no respect for anyone other than maybe himself, but I don't even know if he has any self-respect. I mean,
no, I can't believe it, because that's like, dude, you're an elected congressman. Like, you would think that you would want to not say that in order to get voted in again. Like, I mean,
but at the same time, last night I was in St. Augustine and he was in Flagler, or he was in Palm Coast. So I had the choice last night. I could go listen to that bag of wind in Palm Coast, or I could go on up to St. Augustine. So I decided I'm just going to go to St. Augustine. I'm going to stay out of it. I don't need the drama. But of course I have volunteers there, and my volunteers are like, Aaron, this man is so freaking full of himself. It's just off the charts. He thinks that he is the best congressman in the United States right now.
Oh God.
And every day it's stuff that you can't even make up.
Right.
Like holding a meet and greet at a funeral home. Who in the hell came up with that idea?
No,
I can't even make that up.
No, I know you can't.
People
No,
didn't believe it's a real post. And then I had to post the link to the Facebook page underneath that post to show that's what they posted.
No, it's just, I mean, like, I just looked up his early life, okay? And he was born in Arizona.
No,
okay?
Third generation Floridian.
And then he was raised in Kentucky. So first of all, you sound even, were you born and raised in Florida?
I was born in Lakeland. I share a common background with Mr. Fine. I was raised in Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys were both raised in Kentucky, and then
both raised in Kentucky. But I was born in Florida.
He graduated from Harvard and earned a Bachelor of Arts. Okay, so early career, he's got into working for a consulting firm, teaching economics at Harvard. Got into like gambling companies. I mean, to me, it's so like. I just can't believe somebody that's an elected Republican is like acting like this. Like, honestly, like, look, because I have, mutual friends like that know other people that are friends with the president. And like, Mr. President, like, please do something. Like, that video of the guy that he's like, hey, Donald Trump, please save us, Donald Trump. You know what I'm talking about, right? He's like a guy in a car. But like, because it's like, he shouldn't endorse Randy at all. Like, he should be endorsing you instead, because and again, like, there can be policy disagreements, like, that's fine. But when it's to the point where like he's saying that people are stupid for not going to college, and he's saying bombs away after, like, look at this. Like, he literally said this on his page. He literally said, like, President Trump said Iran should have signed the deal. I told him to. What a shame, what a waste of human life. Simply state Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Everyone should immediately evacuate Tehran. So I think this was like right before he struck Iran. This is like right before or a little bit after. I don't really remember. But he said, "Thank you, POTUS. Bombs away." Like, what? Like,
yeah, but Iran's kind of different than Gaza. So in Gaza, when he says bombs away in Gaza, that means that he doesn't care if it doesn't care who they are. And he has stated on his social media, may the streets of Gaza overflow with their blood. This is an elected official in the United States of America. I mean, this sounds like an elected official in Tehran.
No, it's just look, I wanted you to come on here so we could just have a discussion and stuff and like just show people like this is what the incumbent's saying, and we have another option for everybody in the Florida 6th district.
And the thing is, the people here, we care that groceries are double what they were 5 years ago. I mean, now when I go to Sam's Club, if I can get out of Sam's Club for less than $300, it's a miracle.
Right.
I mean, it used to be $150 and the whole cart was full. Now you buy a bag of dog food and it's $68. I'm like, what is dog food? $68.
Yeah.
I mean, everything that you and I buy on a daily basis, it's crazy. And, I have 2 Circle K's right here close to my house. One's on this corner, one's on this corner. This is the old one. This is a new one. Mm-hmm. I'm business partners with a general contractor. So I have a business card. So when I go up to the gas pump, I can afford to fill up my gas tank. Mm. But it breaks my heart when the person in front of me got $6 worth of gas or $4 worth of gas or $8 worth of gas, because I know that's a person that is fighting every single day to get to and from work, and that's it. And no one on the federal level pays attention to anyone like that. No one pays attention to the fact that the poverty rate in this congressional district is 14.6%. The national average is 11%. So right here from Daytona Beach to St. Augustine over to the villages, it's 3.6% higher than the national average. Mm-hmm. So what are we doing on the federal level to take care of that? Absolutely nothing. We need Social Security increases that keep up with the cost of living, because right now they don't. We have a much older demographic in this congressional district. Average age here is 50, 49.9 actually, but we'll say 50.
Right.
Got a lot of people on Social Security. So what's happened? Social Security does not keep up with inflation or the cost of living. And we are driving more and more people into poverty because the United States government is not taking care of its citizens.
Mm-hmm. No, it's right. It's very simple. Yeah, it's not. This is that is the number one issue. I mean, Qantas Insights just did a poll not that long ago. A lot of national polling shows that the number one issue for voters is cost of living, even more so than
economy.
Right, it's the economy, right, and that hasn't changed from the 2024 election. And unfortunately, in a midterm, you have low propensity voters out there that may not want to vote. They voted for the president in 2024, but they may not want to come out in 2026 for whatever reason, or they may even vote for the Democrat candidate. So it's just people have to really understand, people that are running for office, how important the issue of cost of living is. I mean, that's why the guy in New York City, Mandami, is doing so well up there, because Absolutely. That's all he talks about.
I mean, if you look at his commercials,
terrible. That's all he talks about.
If you were from a different planet, if you came here from Mars today, and you looked at the commercials he's running, you think, well, that's great. Mm-hmm. I mean, all you got to do is, 8 minutes worth of research, and you find out, oh, well, that's not going to happen. But on the face of it, you look at the pretty shiny commercials, just right. Like Mr. Fine, you look at the pretty shiny mailers that come in your mailbox. Vote for Randy Fine, and he's there shaking President Trump's hand. And that's what people look at. That's the only thing that they looked at.
Right.
And that's it.
But I'm sure, like, now after his posts on social media, I'm sure that, like, you've had people, I could bet money that you've at least had one person come up to you and say, I voted for Randy in the primary last time and I'm voting for you this time. There's no way that hasn't happened. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the problem is,
right,
on social media, we think that social media is how the world goes. And it's not. It's not. Because you and I are sitting here right now, but back to my earlier conversation, average age is 50 years old. So who votes? It's the 50-year-old and plus in a primary. So you have to educate the voters. You know, people have said, how are you going to do this? I said, well, you know, if you look at numbers, my cost per vote is $6 in the primary. Randy's was over 100. Okay. So, yeah, huge difference. So I know I don't need the same amount of money. I need a little bit of money and a lot of time. So I've got a little bit of money and I've got a lot of time.
And that's why you started now so early.
That's why I started now so early, because I go to all these clubs. You know, last night at St. Augustine, there's 150 people there. 150 people know my name. So now when it comes time to vote, they're going to be like, well, you know, that Aaron guy, you know, he showed up 18 times in St. Augustine. I'll be like, yeah, well, guess what? It's a lot easier because I live here. I at least live in the congressional district. And Fine lives 100 miles south of the congressional district.
Wait, so he doesn't even live in the 6th congressional district?
No, he does not. He lives in Melbourne Beach. This congressional district stops at Daytona Beach.
Yeah, you see, it's like,
I mean, you just can't make this up. It just it's, you know, it just like makes your head hurt. Because it's like, you know, a Scrooge McDuck character, or that, you know, the old days when they made up these politicians and they have these, you know, real big bellies and they're smoking a pipe and they're walking down the street with a top hat on.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like total caricature. And, you know, we look at it and we're embarrassed for this person to be representing us, because we're like, the rest of the world actually sees what we're saying. I mean, I had people from Australia reach out to me. I actually have one of my younger cousins that lives in Australia. And the guy was like, Aaron, we see what he says on TV. Is that really what the U.S. is coming to? No, it's not. Don't worry. We'll take care of it. But, you know, we have to get the word out. We have to work and work and work and work. And that's what we'll do every single day. And we'll talk about the economy, and we'll talk about issues that matter here: flooding, infrastructure, engineered beaches versus non-engineered beaches. These are all things that we can talk about. So many roads here, back to the infrastructure thing, that need that we have to do something about. He doesn't care.
Right.
You know, and you can see it by his demeanor. Any of the social media posts where, you know, somebody pointed it out to me yesterday. He's standing on like Flagler Beach, looking out to the beach, and he has both hands in his pockets. And it's just a sign of, I could care less, and just disrespect to the people that he's actually there talking to. And when he does this district palooza thing, oh, this is stop 15. This is stop 18. That's great. He's here for 12 minutes. He's here for 12 minutes. He's here for, you know, 15 minutes. That's it.
Right. Well, Aaron, you know, I really appreciate you coming on the show. I thought it was a good discussion. You know, we get to, you know, we talked about your stuff. We talked about his comments and why I wanted to interview you, because I only think it's fair that you get a fair opportunity to have a platform to be able to speak your mind and to be able to show people what your opponent has said on social media. That kind of makes this a Sort of no-brainer.
And I'm the only one that will call him out. I'm the only one that will say this man is genocidal. We have a genocidal congressman. I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene called him out, but I'm the only one in the state of Florida that will call him out and say what he's saying is
The
he's
governor hasn't
advocating
said
for
anything?
genocide.
The governor hasn't said anything about him?
No. Governor hates his guts.
Oh, so he doesn't like it.
This used to be Governor DeSantis's congressional seat. Before it was Congressman Walz's congressional seat, it was Governor DeSantis' congressional seat. So this used to be his seat. So how do you think our governor, who 99% of Republicans, well, 90% of Republicans in Florida love our governor?
Right.
Fair?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you think Governor DeSantis feels about Randy Fine sitting in his seat in Congress?
No, I wouldn't think he would. So have you heard that he doesn't like the congressman? Is that what you're trying to say, or?
Well, I mean, some of the posts that Governor DeSantis has, some of the comments that Governor DeSantis has said, you know, he's the one that brought up, you know, well, he's the, you know, Fine lives 100 miles away from his congressional district. And if you want to see who actually has the governor's back these days, go back and look at social media and see how many of them congratulated Jay Collins for being nominated to lieutenant or being appointed lieutenant governor.
Right.
Randy Fine never did. Rick Scott never did. All of these entrenched establishment politicians, they're not on Governor DeSantis' side, and they're trying to buy the next governor's race. And there's two men standing in their way: Governor DeSantis and Jay Collins.
All right, Baker. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Really appreciate
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no worries. No, of course. Anytime. It was great to have you. And everybody, make sure to hit the like button to subscribe. And what are your social medias? Where can people follow you or check you out?
Aaron for FL6 on X. The website's a little easier. Easiest thing to do is just go to the website, and then it's got, you know, Facebook. It's got X post at the bottom. Website's easy. AaronFL.com.
All right, guys. Well, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss another video just like this. And we'll see you guys in the next video.